says I'm live. Um, so I'm watching the Derek Chauvin trial for the murder of George Floyd, and I can't believe that this is even happening this way. I can't believe that we're debating whether or not this guy murdered this dude. Anyway, that's not the point of this because that's going to play out and everybody's already having that debate. What I wanted to go on record is saying, though, today, which is like the 7th, I think, of April, 2021, the debate goes something like, well, if he hadn't resisted, he wouldn't be dead. If he had just done what the cops said when they showed up, none of this would have happened. So let's take that position. Let's roll with that logic for 1 second. Why were the police called in the first place? The police were called in the first place because George Floyd tried to purchase some goods at a store, and the piece of paper that with green ink on it that he presented to the cashier had been printed by the wrong criminals. Pieces of paper with green ink on them have zero value. They're worthless. It's like toilet paper. So whoever is taking your labor and giving you green paper for it or putting digits in a computer for it is robbing you. They're thieves. The thieves at the Federal Reserve Bank have strong-armed everyone on this continent and most of the world into taking their toilet paper as valuable currency. And what is currency anyway? Currency is like a paper note. It's an IOU. So the Federal Reserve is printing IOUs from something from thin air of no value and saying, here, do shit for us. Make us bombs. Do whatever we want you to do. Just do stuff. Work. Dig things out of the ground. Gold. Do whatever it is. And we'll give you green paper. We'll give you green paper for it. Now, if somebody else decides that they're going to print green paper and ride along the coattails of this scam, they send Derek Chauvin down to murder you to make sure you don't do that. Don't compete with the criminals down at the Federal Reserve Bank, or they'll send Derek Chauvin down to straighten your ass out. He'll whip your ass, and if you resist, he'll kill you. Here's the message. Don't fuck with the Federal Reserve Bank or we'll fucking murder you. And now the people are like, that's not fair. We don't like that. And they're going to have a trial about it. They're going to debate whether or not Derek Chauvin has the right to murder George Floyd for using a piece of paper that was printed by the wrong criminals. That's how stupid this is. Is it okay for a guy to put on a costume and wear a metal plate and have a gun on his strap and just put his knee in your throat and fucking kill you for using the piece of paper that was printed by the wrong criminals? He's like, hey, fuck you, George. Those aren't the criminals that we work for, bro. We work for the Federal Reserve, man. We don't work for your hokey pokey guys and, the east side of town that printed this shit. We work for the real strong arms, the Federal Reserve Bank. You're not playing ball. Get in the car. He's like, fuck you, man. Who the fuck are you? I'm the Federal Reserve guy. Fuck you, man. I'm the finger man. Did you see V for Vendetta? He's the finger man. I'm the finger man. George Floyd goes, fuck you, man. So they killed him. That's the way it went down. George Floyd says, I'll use the paper I want to use, man. I don't do the Federal Reserve thing. Derek Chauvin says, get in the car. I'm a fingerman and you're going to jail. George Floyd said, fuck you, man. I'm going home. And then Derek Chauvin killed him. Simple as that. George Floyd got killed by Derek Chauvin for even thinking about standing up to the Federal Reserve Bank. George Floyd says, nah, I'll use my own paper. Derek Chauvin said, no, the fuck you won't. That's how that went down. Murder. For violating the rules of the Federal Reserve Bank.